Okay, we're going to talk about how to convert between degrees and radians, as well as converting between DMS and decimals. Converting to between degrees and radians, the key you have to remember is pi and 180. When you're converting between degrees to radians, the pi goes on top, the 180 goes on the bottom. When you're converting between radians to degrees, you want the pi on the bottom and the 180 on the top. Now the reason they flip-flop is because with degrees, you're trying to cancel out the degree with the 180. And with the radians, you're canceling out the pi because radians have pi in their answer. So we've got 240. So we're going to take 240 and multiply it by pi over 180. Now in your calculator, I do not want you to type pi. Okay, you're just going to type the number 240 divided by 180 and multiply it by pi, and we're going to stick pi on the answer. So we're never going to type pi into our calculators. So we take 240 and divide it by 180. We're going to get 4/3. So our answer is 4 pi over 3. We just stick the pi on the answer. Again, we take the number, multiply it by pi over 180. In our calculators, we type 210 divided by 180. Not going to multiply by pi, but I'm sticking it over there so I don't forget to add it to my answer. And when we do that, we get 7, 6 pi. I would like you to please try the next two problems there on your own. Okay, pause the video, see if your answer matches the answer that I get. So you should have gotten 5 pi over 3 and pi over 3. Now we're going to convert from radians to degrees. So this time we need the pi on the bottom to cancel with the pi on the top. So we've got pi over 9 times 180 over pi. The pi's cancel. So we're just going to do 180 divided by 9. And we get 20 degrees. So we're going to take what our radian is, 5 pi over 3. We're going to multiply by 180 over pi. Again, I know pi has to be in the bottom in this case because I need to cancel with the 1 in the top. You can either simplify the 180 with the 3, or you can just multiply across and divide by 3. Either way, you'll still get the same answer. So we get 300 degrees there. Please try the next two on your own. Pause the video, see if you get the same answer that I do. You should have gotten 450 degrees and 135 degrees. Okay, next we're going to talk about converting from degrees, minutes, seconds back to decimals. So a degree, minute, second is 52 degrees, 32 minutes, and 45 seconds. Your calculator has special buttons for you, so make sure you check these buttons out. You got to hit second apps, okay, which gives us the angle. The first number is your degrees, the second number is your minutes. In order to get to seconds, you have to hit alpha. So you're going to hit alpha, and then you're going to hit your quotations to give you seconds. And then 4 converts back to DMS. Okay, so let's look at an example. So all of these are in degree, minutes, seconds, and we want them to be in decimal form. So you can see you've got your directions at the top. You're going to hit second, and then you're going to hit apps. You're going to hit the degree symbol, which is the first one, to get your degree symbols. But we first got to put our numbers. So in our calculator, for the first one, we're going to type 48, and then we're going to hit second apps, 1. Then we're going to hit 30, second apps, 2. And we would hit alpha plus if we had seconds, but we don't. And then we're going to hit enter. Now the key is that this is in degrees, so we need to make sure our calculator is also in degree mode. So if you did not put your calculator in degree mode, make sure you go back and check that it is indeed in degrees, because you should have gotten the answer to be 48.5. Which makes sense, because 30 minutes, right, is half of an hour, right? So that's where the 0.5 comes from. Great, let's try it again with 150. Again, we're going to type 150, second apps, 1, and then 15, second apps, 2. And we're going to hit enter. Again, make sure your calculator is in degrees. And we get 150.25. I'm going to ask that you do the 24.35 on your own. And we're going to skip down to the 100 there because we've got seconds. So we're going to hit 100, second apps 1, 45, second apps 2, and then 30, alpha plus sign. And then we're going to hit enter. So we get 100.7583. Let's go to 4 decimals. Okay. I want you to try that 2435 on your own and let me know what you get. Hopefully you all got 24.5833. Again, please make sure your calculator is in degrees. If you're getting negative numbers or errors or things like that, it means you're not in degrees. Has to be in degrees for this. All right, now we're going to convert the decimals back. So the way we do this is we type in the number that we see. So we've got 65.8. Then we're going to hit second apps, and we're going to go down to the number 4 or hit 4 on your calculator. That's DMS. And then you're going to hit enter. And it's going to give it to you in degrees. So it's 65 degrees, 48 minutes, and 0 seconds. So that's where we would leave our answer. So again, we're going to try it again. 144.75, second apps. Go down to DMS, hit enter. We're going to get 144 degrees, 45 minutes, and 0 seconds. We'll do the third one together, and I'm going to ask you to try the last one. So 300.875 apps, second apps, 4. We get 300 degrees, 52 minutes, and 30 seconds. Go ahead and try that last one there on your own. You should have gotten 125 degrees, 52 minutes, and 55.2 seconds. If you have any further questions, please ask them to me next class.